Hi, I'm Selena, and greetings to all of my ESL friends around the world. Also, teachers who may be listening and who are involved with teaching English language learners, or any kind of a teaching that does involve the arts of language. I have some tips that I want to share, and this I would like to let my students know that when they watch my videos, that these are some of the ways that I like to develop my instruction and my learning tips. First of all, there are core essential strategies that are needed, especially when we are working in language arts. And I want to give a few tips, and so you can know what to expect and what skills you will be developing on this channel. It's important to capture, of course, the students' interests. And even I would say to English language learners, when you are speaking, making a presentation, you also want to make sure you hook your audience right away. You need to get their attention in that first introduction statement. Also, you want to explain how things work. So when we are teaching our students on how to develop their language skills, either in reading, writing, speaking, and listening, we have to explain how it works. You know, it's not enough to speak a language. When you are teaching a language, you need to know how the language works. Right. How to break down the mechanics of that language, whatever language that it is. We need to explain the specific steps and what's expected in each step. We want to teach embedded thinking strategies. So we want to have already incorporated into our activities strategies that's going to develop their thinking. We want to be able to be collecting and evaluating the information that we are providing. We want to be able to develop, as teachers as well as for our students, critical thinking skills. We want to make sure that students are being introduced to a higher order of thinking, even when they are learning a new language or improving those language skills. Explore the evidence behind a claim. So not just offer evidence, but explore it. Also, as teachers, don't just tell students information or facts, but let's explore how those facts were gathered and why. You want to use discussions that can question techniques and practices. So extend to your students, and I extend to all of my students, opportunities to question. Question me as a teacher and question what you also want to know more about. Questioning is a part of learning. Ask students to synthesize and transfer their learning. Ask students to synthesize and transfer what they are thinking and feeling. Make sure that the students are actively engaged. When you work with me to improve your language skills, you're going to have lots of engagement. We want to make sure that the information and skills that we are gathering and we are teaching and learning becomes cohesive, that it all begins to stick together. That's a part of learning. Lots of information coming from different angles, but it begins to stick together. Cohesiveness. Next, it's important to be able to transfer this knowledge. How do we transfer what we've learned? How do we transfer what we've learned in a language into our business activities, our daily communication, our shopping, our travel? If language cannot be transferred into daily activities, then we really have not been able to grasp it as of yet. So we want to also encourage reflection. Always reflect on your progress and be honest with yourself, and you can provide for yourself also feedback. as well as asking friends and family, but be able to reflect on how far you have come. And I find that reflection is so refreshing, and it's invigorating because you begin to see, when you really reflect and look back on where you were and where you are today in your growth of learning, you are empowered. Because if you will apply yourself, anyone and everyone can learn and improve wherever they want. So those are some of the skills that are implemented in my online instruction. And I know as teachers, I have taught in schools for a couple of years. I have been teaching English language learners for more than 10 years. I began my career in my hometown, which is New York City, by the way. I think some words I say, you can tell that I'm from New York. And growing up in a city that is a melting pot with I met people all around the world from my childhood, I began to really take a lot of interest in different types of people and cultures and the food. And I can say that I got my first real experience of working with students in Philadelphia from all over the world. But I remember especially now my Cambodian students, because they were so appreciative of me, and they show their appreciation by providing delicious Cambodian food. I am still remembering those experiences, and I wish I had them now. And I then got an opportunity to work in Portland, Oregon with young people who were also trying to improve their English skills in the elementary schools. And then I took a big jump and I lived in Colombia, the city called Popayan. If anyone out there is hearing me from Popayan, hola, ¿cómo estás? That was a great city, a small city in the southwest region of Colombia. And that year I was at a college called SENA. And SENA is very popular. And I was helping students to improve their English skills for jobs in the trade industry and also the business world. That was a wonderful and rewarding experience. And then I took another trip and I went to Santiago de Chile. And that was great. I was just able to bounce around in this large city of Santiago, and I was helping professionals improve their English skills for business. And that gave me a wealth of experience and opportunities to help people in business English. And that's what this channel is all about, to help you either learn or improve what you already know. You will be motivated to do your best. And I just want to share with you, these are some of the tips that are very core essentials to help you to open up and expand your learning. So, thank you for your time. If you want more videos, then just hit that subscribe button, like and share, and let's get started. ESL students from around the world, I am here to support you in your learning journey. Ciao!